The wait is over. The class is here. No more teasing, anything like that. The class is officially here. The name that I mentioned that the class would be titled, they wouldn't let me name it that for some reason. They said it was a bad word. How convenient. Everything regarding EA and editing names is a bad word. So all I did was name it CFB 25 Dynasty Class 1. And they told me that was a bad word and to name it again. So the class isn't CFB 25 Dynasty Class 1. It's called Rio West Gaming Class 1. So when you're looking for the draft class, you want to search Rio West. You want to either search my gamer tag, which is Rio Space West, or you want to search the title of the draft class, which is Rio West Gaming Class 1. Everything combined together, no spaces, no nothing. Just Rio West Gaming Class 1. And you'll find it. It's officially been uploaded. No more waiting. Again, I use CFB25 as my template. The main thing that I focused on when editing these guys were keeping their speed, their acceleration, things that really translate towards the pros, keeping that near what it's supposed to be, or with later round players dialing it back some. The top tier players and some after that have about their same speed and acceleration from college football. But as it gets later in the rounds, I start dialing it back for some of the other guys for purposes of making sure not everybody in the class is a 90 or in the 90s or in the 80s. So I think the best player in the class is like a 79, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's Shedeur Sanders, or it might be a tie between Shedeur and Will Campbell. I can't remember. But again, I use CFB25 as my template. This is really primarily for my online league, my online franchise with me and my friends. I've been doing this for years. So I just happen to share it every so often. If like I said before, if you guys like it, cool. If you don't and you feel like stuff needs to be tweaked, by all means, download it, tweak it, re-upload it, go ahead. This is my template for you. You can either use it and play with it, or you can edit it and do what you will with it. This is my first class. I'm working on my second class right now from year 2 of my Florida Atlantic Dynasty. So that'll be coming in probably another month and a half or so. So stay tuned for that one. But again, it's here. The first class is available. I understand not everybody is gonna like it. You're not, when you do things like this. One thing I learned since doing music, because I've been doing music for a while, is doing music before I started getting into my gaming content space. I was always a gamer, but I never created the content like I am now. But one thing I realized with doing music, not everybody is gonna like your work. Somebody's not gonna like your work. Somebody's gonna leave negative feedback. That's fine. That's fine. But as long as you're getting positive feedback and you're getting more positive than you are negative, the negative doesn't matter. Again, not everybody's going to like your work. So I'm sure not everybody's going to like my class. I'm sure somebody will have some negative things to say about it, and that's fine. It's not for everybody. It's just for people who don't feel the need to go edit the draft class themselves. And also it gives everybody authentic, legit class as far as everybody being real players. Because most people, even myself in prior years, when editing a draft class, only edit certain amount of players. Some people do 200, 250. Some people only do the draftable players. Me, I was doing draftable players and a few undrafted players. So I was typically editing somewhere between 300 and 350 for this year. But this year I edited all 450. Well, 445 to say, because some of the left tackles near the bottom got left off. But this is for anybody who just doesn't have the time to edit. This is my gift to y'all. So also, one other thing I almost forgot to mention, if you've seen any of my other draft class videos here recently that I've been dropping, I mentioned to you how when I imported my class into our actual online franchise and also another online franchise after re-editing these players, they keep flagging. It's about 17 players or so. I can't remember the specific amount, but I know it's at least around 17 players. They keep flagging those players for having profane names, even though their names aren't profane. And I went back in there and re-edited their names in the online league, and they accepted them and saved them. So once I re-edited those 17 players and saved it and exported it and tried to re-import it into another online league, it flagged them again. So there, I don't know what it is about these players, but there's 17 players or 16, 17, 18, give or take, that you're probably going to have to re-edit on your own. I can't remember those specific guys. I know one is Jarquez. I think it's Jarquez. I forget his name. Jarquez Hunter, I think, for Auburn. There's also a fullback for BYU. I think it is. Fakahua is his last name. Yeah, I can't remember all these guys, but I know there's a vast majority of the guys where they flagged and I had to re-edit them. So if you want to know who it is that you have to edit, just simply look at the school that they're at in their position and just go to College Football 25 and look for that player. And all you have to do is change his name back. There's like 3 players where you can't just change his name because it really won't accept their name. But other than that, the other 13, 14, you should be able to change their names back. So whichever one of those guys they are, if they have asterisks by them that say their name is profane, just find that school on College Football 25, find that player, and re-edit his name back, and you'll get the correct name. Also, forgive me if a lot of players have similar faces. Like I mentioned before, they don't give you a big variety of players with dreads or faces with dreads and other faces of that nature. So you kind of limit it. When you're trying to get them to be as accurate as the player's face from College Football 25 or real life period, you're going to find yourself, because of the limited amount of faces that EA gives you, giving guys similar faces. So don't kill me for it. It's EA's fault. I hope you all enjoy. If you do, please leave me some feedback in the comments section. Like, subscribe if you haven't done so already. Hit that notification tab so you can stay up to speed with more draft class content, more franchise rebuild content, more Madden 25 and College Football 25 content as well. So again, I appreciate you all for tuning in. That's been my time. Until next time,